beneath the roots of the oldest forests, beyond the reach of sunlight, and deeper than the deepest mines, there once lived a tribe, not a legend, not a myth, but a people whose footsteps never touched the sky. They were called the Hollowborn. And then they vanished. But their whispers still echo through tunnels long abandoned. Some say they're still alive. And tonight, we journey into their forgotten world. In 1947, deep in the Carpathian Mountains of Eastern Europe, a group of coal miners stumbled upon a strange tunnel hidden behind a collapsed shaft. Unlike any natural cave system, this tunnel was perfectly symmetrical, with walls smooth as glass, as if carved not by tools, but by something precise. The deeper they went, the stranger things became. Symbols began to appear, etched into the walls with a kind of phosphorescent mineral that glowed a soft blue. The miners, frightened and superstitious, turned back, but one man, a Romanian named Iosif Chernin, returned alone. He was never seen again. Only his journal was found, weeks later, near the tunnel's entrance, open to a final page. They speak without mouths. They see without eyes. They welcomed me, and now I am becoming. Long before Yosif's time, the Dacians, an ancient people who lived in those mountains, told tales of the subterraneans, beings who lived below and had skin pale as moonlight. According to their legends, the subterraneans would sometimes emerge during eclipses, only to steal children, leaving behind hollow dolls made of clay and ash. In 1893, archaeologists uncovered one of these dolls in a Dacian burial mound. Inside it were tiny bones, human, but no more than 5 inches long. Most dismissed it as folklore, a misunderstanding, a trick of history. But when analyzed in 2008 by geneticist Dr. Leona Braid, the bone fragments revealed unidentifiable DNA strands, similar to humans, but not human. Mainstream science scoffs at the idea of a hollow Earth. But what if the Earth isn't hollow, just honeycombed? Deep underground cave systems like Derinkuyu in Turkey, the Mammoth Cave System in Kentucky, and Nika Crystal Caves in Mexico show us that massive subterranean networks exist, many still unexplored. The Hollowborn, it seems, lived in such a network. But they didn't just live there, they thrived. Some ancient Tibetan scriptures describe an underground city named Shambhala, ruled by wise beings who possess the knowledge of the stars. South American myths speak of Paititi, a hidden realm beneath the Andes. Native American Hopi elders refer to the Ant People, beings who saved their ancestors from a fiery destruction by taking them underground. Different lands, different languages, same story. What if they were all talking about the same tribe? If a tribe evolved underground, what would they become? Deprived of sunlight, their skin would be pale, even translucent, their eyes massive and black, adapted to complete darkness. Perhaps they would develop echolocation like bats. Their limbs, long, thin, for climbing the slick cavern walls. And their voices? Maybe not voices at all, but vibrations, felt more than heard. Some spelunkers in Eastern Europe report low, melodic hums in deep caves, always just beyond reach. When recorded, these hums form mathematical patterns that resemble ancient Sanskrit. Years after his vanishing, a diver named Eva Lucic led a private expedition into the same mine shaft. What she found was disturbing. Beyond the known cave system, they discovered chambers lined with carvings, depictions of tall, slender beings with elongated skulls, surrounding what appeared to be a glowing crystal. But most haunting was a wall etching, a human man with a beard kneeling before them. He was labeled in strange glyphs, but when decoded through comparative linguistics, the glyphs read, Yosef, the one who stayed. Eva returned with this evidence, but within days she died in a sudden, unexplained fire. Her apartment and all her materials gone. Only one photograph remained, sent to her brother hours before the fire. It shows the etching, and behind it, a shadow, watching. In 2022, a U.S. cave expedition in the Ozarks reported radio interference as they ventured into an uncharted tunnel system. One member of the team, Mike Renner, claims they lost communication for 12 hours. When found, he was sitting alone in a cavern, speaking a language no one could identify. He didn't remember what happened, but he had strange marks on his arms, symmetrical, glowing under UV light. Renner now speaks of dreams, cities made of living stone, skyless heavens, a queen with eyes like mirrors. The hollowborn may not be gone. They may simply have withdrawn, watching us as we destroy the surface they left behind. Maybe they wait for the right time to return, to reclaim. Or maybe they never left. Maybe the dreams we have of tunnels, of whispers, of falling, are not dreams at all. Maybe they are invitations. So the next time you hear a noise beneath your floor, the next time your dreams pull you downward, ask yourself, who built the earth's foundation? Who really came first? And where did they go? Or worse, what if they're still here, watching, waiting, listening beneath your feet?